going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 112 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network. Today is Sunday, January 5th, 2020, first show of the new year. I'm your host, Ken, joined by my co-hosts, Adam and Melissa. Hello, friends.
Oh, hello.
Happy New Year.
What's
How
going
are you?
on? Happy New Year. If you guys could see my 2020 glasses, they're on.
That's what I was going to say. Do you feel like a new person?
No.
Is it a new year, new you?
Not yet.
It just, the date changed.
Gotta
The
get
date
there.
changed, people, okay?
You guys are lame. You don't have any big plans?
Well, continue doing what we're doing, because people like it,
I want to do more than that.
right?
I mean, I do want to
God,
be the
you
very
man,
best.
you guys are a
I
drag.
got big plans.
Holy
I'm planning
moly.
on being the very best like no one ever was.
My
And
son told me that today.
Oh, snap.
I'm going to catch them all because it's my real test. And then I'm going to train them because that's my cause.
I might believe you a little bit because you actually have probably been playing more Pokemon Go than I have lately,
I know.
which is impressive.
And she is going to travel
I'd like to.
across the
It's,
land.
There's something in the air, something in the water. All right, guys. Well, on today's show, we're going to cover a couple different things. We're going to discuss our experience during the ongoing Adventure Sync Hatchathon, which is going on right now. Actually have some time on that one before that expires, so we'll let you know how we've done so far. Pokemon Go generated just a few bucks in 2019. We'll talk about those details. We have a new loading screen. This one is awesome. I absolutely love it. And we'll kind of break down what we have going on in that screen because it could be pretty exciting and a little foreshadowing into the rest of January. And then we'll wrap things up with some miscellaneous news and a Heatran raid guide and battle party whoop whoop. I think we did a Heatran raid guide maybe about a year ago when it first came out, but now, we've got Gen 4, we've got Gen 5, so we'll kind of talk about all that.
There's a couple new Pokemon in the mix.
Yes, and see who our best counters are with the current available Pokemon roster. But Adam, talk to me, man. How's your Hatchathon going?
Okay.
Is it going?
So it's going. When it started, all right, well, let's just first talk about everything that's going on, when it's going on, and what you can expect. So this is coming from PokemonGoLive.com from Thursday, January 2nd to Thursday, January 16th at 1 p.m. PST. You can hatch Party Hat Pichu and Wurmple.
Whoop, whoop.
There's going to be 2-star raids with Party Hat Raticate and Wobbuffet.
Love it.
And you'll be able to, like I said, you'll be able to catch the Party Hat Pikachu in the wild. All 5 Party Hat Pokemon can be shiny, which is,
Which is rad.
Dude, that shiny Wurmple, whew, has my heart. 2 times Hatch Candy, 2 times Hatch Stardust, so put everything in incubators all at the same time, buy the boxes, and drop star pieces. 50-kilometer Adventure Sync reward is 50,000 Stardust, 15 rare candies, and a Unova Stone. All the more reason to get out and go.
Actually, I want to jump in really quick here. Go Stadium had posted on Twitter that they were getting reports from the other side of the world that already crested the 9 a.m. Adventure Sync window, that if you walk 100K during the event, you're going to be getting a bonus of 90,000 Stardust. So 50K will get you 50,000 Stardust, 100K will get you 90,000 Stardust. And you still get the Unova Stone and the 15 rare candy, but that's some serious dust. And then if you put on the star piece, you're going to get another 45,000. So 135,000 Stardust if you can hit 100K with the star piece at 9 a.m., when you get your rewards.
That goal for this week.
That is serious.
Yeah, that's definitely my goal. I will do some serious walking tomorrow and start that out, because right now I'm about 33 kilometers. Yay!
Well, I mean, that's a lot of walking.
Yeah, and there's really cool, exciting, spectacular spectacles that say 2020 in the avatar shop. And they want you to use hashtag #GoSnapshot for pics of Party Hat Wurmple.
They trolled us, bro.
Yeah, well, we wanted Party Hat Wurmple for a long time, and now we got it, so we got to show it off.
Yeah, because they want us to.
I would if I had
celebrate.
one.
Well, so that's the thing. Okay, so now going back. That's the sound of me going back in time.
Oh my god.
To the real question, how has your Hatchathon been, I've hatched a couple of eggs. In those eggs, I didn't even get to see the animation of Party Hat Wurmple. So I was kind of disappointed about that. It was just in my box. So I got the Party Hat Wurmple, and he's alright. I did one Wobbuffet raid. So I've got one with lipstick. And I've got like 10 to 15 Party Hat Pikachus because they're very rare.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen too many. At least the first day or two, I didn't see anything.
I've got like 100 Party Hat.
It was really
Pikachus.
I see them everywhere.
Yeah. And I played all day today,
guys, I
like
get
hours
it.
today, and I did not see one Wobbuffet raid.
Oh yeah, the raids. I haven't seen any of the other raids. I just happened to luck out, and just on my way home there was just one right at the graveyard right by my house. So I was like, okay, I'll do it before I go home.
You guys don't feel like they trolled us with this? Like, honestly.
They totally trolled us.
Fucking
And
another
it's-
event with fucking another Party Hat Pikachu. Are you kidding me? Like, how are you not mad about this?
Well, I'm not mad
Because
it's
they
already
put
the
in
game.
other stuff.
Bro.
If it was just Party Hat Pikachu and Pichu and Raichu,
I could
that'd be
do
one thing.
without the Wobbuffet or the Raticate. They literally like why?
Because the Wobbuffet
I just
is
like
awesome.
I'm just confused. Was anybody asking for it though? Is anybody like, oh, Party Hat Wobbuffet?
No, but I would rather have
Party
had.
Hat
but they
Raticate.
gotta-
I'd rather have that than
they gotta
another
sweeten
fucking
it up.
Party Hat Pikachu again.
Okay, but
Yeah.
with that being said, like, who asked for those ones? Nobody. I would have been fine with just the Party Hat Wurmple.
oh, sorry,
Fine.
well, sorry they exceeded your expectations. Like, come on,
My expectations
This is good.
was just the Party Hat Wurmple.
I still think it was.
That was everybody's
I
expectation.
think.
And they blew
No,
that out
believe
of the
me,
water
I've-
by actually making it happen.
Oh my god.
Putting it in eggs and not allowing it to be in the wild, that's another story.
Well, no, the whole thing with Pikachu and Pichu and Raichu, that whole line coming back again, it's like, yeah, there's not much excitement there except another opportunity to get the shiny. So there is relevance to that stuff coming back for trainers that have been through this 3 times now, because, I'm looking in my inventory and I've got, Hat, Pichu, and Pikachus and Raichus that are, labeled 18, 19, 20 now. So it's like, there is reason because of the shinies, but because they added the other stuff, that's what makes it interesting. And I like the fact that they spread it out over the different types of catches. If you want Pichu and Wurmple, you have to hatch it. Get your ass hatching. It's the Hatchathon. If you want the Raticate and the Wobbuffet with the hat, you gotta raid. They're 2-star raids that can be soloed, but you gotta get out
Well,
there
they
and
got to
do it.
put him in
And then
the
you got your
fucking gym
Pikachu.
so we
That's
can do it because them bitches ain't
oh,
fucking hard to find.
Melissa trolled all of Red Bank.
Huh?
We drove through Red Bank the other day. All the gyms were blue. I didn't touch them. She's like, yo, I'm dropping a Party Hat Pikachu
I think
in each one of these motherfuckers.
Because I have so many of them.
No, that's weird that they're rare by you, Adam, because, I'm seeing them all over the place. Like, tons.
Yeah, it's like every raid is Verizon. Every raid.
Verizon.
I'm
It's
driving,
Verizon.
driving home and it's like, it's Verizon Wireless. Can you hear that? No.
I think a couple people in our Discord have, I think Terry Wolf, the first fucking egg of the event was a shiny Wurmple with the
Of
Party
course.
Hat. So it's like people are getting them, but it's a long shot on the hatches. Like that's a serious grind, and people like JT Valor that are walking fucking 100K plus are going to really benefit from this, so long as they're laying out the cash for the incubators. So they did give us good deals on incubators this week, but even still, that's an expensive and laborious grind with the eggs.
Grinding.
But, we'll see. I've hatched a bunch of Pichus, just no Wurmples. All right, the next thing I want to talk about here is pretty exciting, and I do want to address how people have kind of handled this, because it got covered by not just Pokemon GO news outlets, but also by, mainstream news outlets, because this is pretty significant. So there is a company called Superdata that does financial evaluation of different industries and the growth leaders and trends within those industries. So they pull a lot of data on digital electronics and digital gaming sales and all that good stuff. So looking back now at the history of Pokemon Go as far as earning revenue, right? In 2017, they earned $890 million, right? Which is fucking awesome. 2018, 1.3 billion.
Jesus.
The game is still growing. In 2019, $1.4 billion
What?
in
That's
revenue
crazy.
for Pokemon Go.
$1 billion.
That's fucking insane.
$1 billion, which puts it on as number 6 on the Super Data's top free-to-play games list of 2019.
They used the lasers.
There was an interesting fact here that I thought was worth mentioning. Free-to-play games, they account for 80% of all digital games revenue. So that shows you like how this model has like flipped on its head of people charging, big bucks for games or even any cost to entry for a mobile game, especially that 80% of all the digital games revenue is spawned out of free-to-play games, which is awesome. Number 1 on the list is Fortnite. There's a couple of the big Asian games, RPG-style games that are on here. League of Legends is on there. Number 5 is Candy Crush Saga.
I love myself some Candy Crush.
See, but you've played that game daily for fucking years, but you've never bought into it, right?
I've never spent a fucking penny.
See, that's how I am with Clash Royale. Clash Royale is a game I play every day for years. Like since launch day, I've played every single day of my life. Never put $1 into it. But obviously people are. But what's interesting about these stats is Pokemon Go. You got to remember, Pokemon Go is not available in China. So a ton of this revenue here is brought from China on these other games. But because of the geography and the GPS nature of Pokemon Go, it is not available in China. If it was, it would I think that Pokemon Go would be above Fortnite. I think it would be the number one game from a free-to-play perspective. So it's totally, totally crazy. So what's interesting is how the community has kind of reacted to this. And this happens every year whenever these numbers come out and people, get all fucking hoity-toity and shit online. But so I've seen the reasonable folk out there online giving Niantic props. Oh, fuck yeah, this is awesome. Good for you. It's awesome that we're on this list. Or people making fun, just saying like, oh, I contributed to, 1.2 million of the 1.4 just myself, buying all these fucking boxes and stuff. But then you have people that look at it like Niantic's a money grubbing sellout, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what the, like, I don't know. Do you guys ever, like when you hear these big numbers, right? Does it ever hit you with any bit of negativity of your perception of what Niantic is all about? Like, does that...
Hell no. Niantic, make that fucking money.
That's
make
what
them
I'm saying.
dollars, bitches. Thank you for giving me Pokemon Go. I just ain't spending money.
They only put it back into
this,
into like us. Like, yes, they're an amazing company, and like, I'm sure they take care of their employees, and it's just one of those like, they're making money. It's going to trickle itself back into the features that we want. Hence, Party Hat Wurmple. They were able to sit down in a room with Pokemon Company and like get this. They were like, right? Pokemon, we need this in our game. Why, you might ask? Because we need this. People have been asking for years, and then they're like, "Oh, well, we don't really think it won't evolve. We won't let it evolve. Just let us put a party hat on it. Come on, let me just." Yeah. It can't evolve. There won't be a party hat Cascoon or Silicoon. It's just a Wurmple. You're only losing the Wurmple. Okay. You twisted our arm with that much money. You twisted our arm. Okay.
Right. And when the party hats go away, I'd imagine that Wurmple will still remain as a shiny. You know what I mean? So like then we'll be able to see the evolutions come along with shinies. But it's just, if you hear people talking shit about this kind of thing, like you got to either ignore it or try to diffuse it. Like it's like you can't engage these people. Like we have a local Facebook group that's super active, right? But they're fucking nuts, and like they post like crazy shit all the time, and they're like not afraid to talk shit. You know what I mean? Like they're just no holds barred. They just let it all out. And I made the mistake of engaging some person on there that I don't know them, but they said something to the fact of the reason that the game sucks is because Niantic is only in it for the money. And it's like, so it's like the dumbest thing ever. And I engaged them on it, and it was just like 3 or 4 responses in. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I just like left the conversation. I never came back, just like left it going. But it's like, Adam, have you heard like any of that kind of negativity, like in regards to the money here? Like,
I've seen
such
it.
a weird thing.
I've seen it, but it's
so weird.
It goes with anything. You know what I mean? Like, if
you're a sellout,
they didn't make money, they wouldn't be doing it. They would just close
up.
up.
A sellout is only a person who says, I'm doing this because I love it and I don't want to make money, and then they go ahead and do it and make the most fucking money they can. Niantic never claimed that shit. Niantic was just
not
like,
a nonprofit.
Hey guys, you like Pokemon? We like you too. Yeah. Here's a game for free that you can play. If you like your play, there's options for you to give us money. And we, on our own fucking accord, give them fucking money. Or don't. Right. It's up to us. So if anybody has any fucking reason to complain about Niantic making money, it's because they've never fucking made any money in their lives, and they've never worked for anything in their lives. They probably are like a little kid that like has no idea like why you what do you do? You do shit. Why invest so much time in anything if you're not going to make money?
Right. I totally
agree. It doesn't
agree.
make any fucking sense.
I mean, it's one of those like they're giving us they're giving us so many incubators for this event from one of the boxes, and it's like I've been trying to like hold back. I don't think I'll be able to, because the whole point is to hatch eggs.
But with some games and the e-commerce that's inside of those games, you could tell when they're kind of exploiting their player base because they give them a shitty deal or, you know, change the economy to kind of have the supply and demand when it moves with, you know, events. Pokemon Go does the opposite.
Yeah, there's a beginner box. There's a beginner box. That's
what I'm saying. It's like they do the opposite. They
get a
break
raid
down
pass.
Those barriers.
You get a super incubator because you're already on your way to get to level 40. So you're already getting free incubators by leveling up. But this is just giving you one, just saying like, hey, get out there, raid. Hey, get out there and walk and hatch an egg a little bit faster than normal. Like, people are crazy.
It's just a funny thing. All I wanted to say is fucking kudos to Niantic for making it happen. It's just awesome.
Yeah, they make such an amazing game because we all play it.
Right, but from a selfish perspective, it's like, yeah, I want this game to do well because I want to be able to have something to make content about. So it's like, hell yeah, do well, keep growing, keep going in the next direction, in the right direction. But think about this: if the Go Battle League launches and the microtransactions in that are based on a timer, that's where Candy Crush comes in. That's where you get money. That's where it's like a huge moneymaker. It changes, like we were saying last week, it changes the aesthetic of the game and the kind of characterization of how they handle microtransactions and monetization at large.
Well, I was talking about this too. Like today, I was just talking to somebody. They're like, "Oh yeah, I got into the game when it first started, but like, I fell off that train really early. Like, I didn't think it was gonna last this long." And I'm like, okay, we have 5 generations out. Like, there's 6, 7, 8, and like then you've got the whole battle system. Like, if that kicks off and it's like, and they can just only develop and like add on to this game to give us that like AR experience where, you've got the 2 Pokemon battling. Like, that will happen. Not today, not tomorrow, maybe not next year, maybe not the year after, but shortly after we will have stuff like that. And that will keep the game growing and will keep the game alive. Not just the new Pokemon. The new Pokemon, they can ride that. They literally can ride that while creating something bigger and better for the next 3 years. And then just be like, bam, this is the game. They could just drop the mic and be like, this is the game we've been waiting for and making and creating for all of you guys for all this time. And then that is like, because the gaming is going to go mobile.
You're absolutely right, man.
It's just a way of the future. I was thinking about it too today. My son's got like a Nintendo DS, and it's like, I think about the Switch, and it's like, you can download everything. Everything just goes on to, it's downloadable. Just download it. Just download it. Just download it.
I'm telling you, just give it another decade or so, and you'll see that like the mobile phone, will be even more diverse in its capabilities, and will become.
We saw that
more
at the
of
Galaxy
a
store.
Device.
With the phone with the 2 screens, you open it up and it's this huge screen, so then you have a huge gaming screen. Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah, that phone was really
All
cool.
I'm saying is
Fold.
Niantic has got so much ahead of themselves. They're like, there's so much that's
well,
going to happen
I think it was
for this
either
game.
Tokyo Game Show last year or CES or one of those tech kind of things. It might have even been like that TechCrunch event they did. But one of the representatives from Niantic said, we're at a point where Pokemon has delivered on all of its original promises in regards to what they, the original trailer. We've got the battles, we've got the raids, we've got community, we've got all this and that. We mentioned last week, the only thing that's really missing from a main mechanic perspective is like breeding. Like pretty much everything else, for the most part, is in the game, which means that over the next couple years, while they're still releasing generations, because by the time Generation 9 comes out, will be about the time that Generation 9 would roll out in Pokemon Go. It'll kind of align itself, in that same time window if we continue to release, 1 to 2 generations per calendar year. So what that really means is that over the course of the next couple of years while these generations are coming out, the game is just going to be able to, they're going to be able to focus on polishing the game. And that's what's going to make Pokemon Go have longevity. Yeah, the Pokemon will be there, but the polish on the game and, the more connectivity that it can give you to our life, that's the shit they're going to be able to work on. So that's what I'm excited about. But when you have that much fucking money, let's be real, that's a lot of fucking money. And when you have that much money, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want from a, developmental standpoint, so long as you throw enough fucking money at it. So it's like, it's the sky's really the limit.
Bionic implants. Let's go.
Yes. No, it's going to be limited by the devices.
No, seriously,
that's got to be what's going to hold us back.
And not only that, take Pokemon Go out of its realm, and they could do an entire TCG set based on Pokemon Go. Like, I know this is totally left field, but like
Detective Pikachu, they did a TCG set,
but
for
not
Pikachu.
not just like 20, but like a whole series, and just have thousands upon thousands of like entries from actual Pokemon Go users, like as a big giant contest, and just have so many entries. And like, I don't know, I just feel like they could do something like that, and it's like that's all based on Pokemon Go. All of those.
I could see
AR
them coming
pictures.
out with trainer cards for the team leaders. That'd be badass.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could.
Sky's the limit.
So
It's a new year, new you, Niantic.
New year, new you, Niantic. Let's
Lord.
Niantic talk to the TCG side, please. Please make that happen. Please.
Before we take a
it.
break here, I'm steering. I'm righting the ship. Before we take a break, I do want to talk about the new loading screen. This one kind of was found in the APK and then pretty much rolled out like the next day. And I gotta say, I really like this one. This is a really good looking loading screen, and I'm gonna link in the description to this really cool loading screen timeline that GamePress puts together. It's a timeline of all the screens that have come out, so you can kind of just scroll from the top of the page to the bottom and see every single loading screen that's come out. It's pretty rad. I'll link to that. In this loading screen, we have like this wintry kind of mountainscape thing with a trainer and a shit ton of Pokemon hanging out, looking out onto out to the horizon. It's very fucking triumphant and majestic looking. It's awesome. There's a bunch of Pokemon in the image. The released Pokemon, the Pokemon that are already in the game that are in the image: Gible, Nidorina, Tyranitar, Mightyena, Quilava, Marill, and Pikachu. Now, this is where it gets fun and exciting. Unreleased Pokemon that are in this image. And if you remember, in the press release from last week, they said that through January, there's going to be more Unova Pokemon coming. So we know new Pokemon are coming, and they're putting them in the loading screen. So we can imagine these are going to be in the next wave. But we see Scolipede, which is a bug poison Pokemon, evolves into Whirlipede and then Venipede. We see a bug grass Pokemon, Sewaddle. Sewaddle evolves into Swadloon and Leavanny. And then we see a new dragon Pokemon, Axew, evolves into Fracture and Haxorus. I love Haxorus. Looks so fucking badass. I want new fucking art all the time in the game. I think this is like absolutely awesome, the styling of this loading screen. And I don't know, remember like, what was it? Halloween or something we had like for way too long, and it was like, why do we still have this old ass screen? Or maybe it was New Year's last year, like held on just too long. Like they need to do this shit every month. I love it. I absolutely love it. What do you guys think of this new screen?
I don't think they need to do it every month.
I think it's cool.
But
I like the winter one. They could have kept it for a little longer.
Yeah.
it was so cute, and it didn't say
I know it had Snorlax,
Christmas
but
or
it
anything.
didn't have Delibird, so like I'm okay that it left. But
Oh, ew.
but I know it was Snorlax, and you looked forward to seeing your buddy outside of the buddy system.
Yeah, and Munchlax.
And Munchy. And Munchy Munch.
No, I think they should do this more. I love this style of art. I love the fact that it's kind of taken on, if you look back at like the original one, the real cartoony, cell shaded, Gyarados with the trainer walking and the big, alert symbol, to how they've gone to this almost like photorealistic oil painting looking, really, really well composed image. I don't know. I just want to see more of this art. I love the art. I would love it if they did this more, but kudos to the artist. I'm an asshole for not knowing who it is, but very, very well done.
Well, I'm gonna say real quick before we go into the break. Axu, I think we're gonna get in 10-kilometer eggs, same like Gibble, but the bug out event was in April. I think, yeah, April sometime. So I think with the release of these, it'd be nice if they gave us the one of the two. I want to say Sawaddle, and then also make Weedle shiny. That would be nice.
Weedle for the bug, yeah, but that's way out. You got to remember, Pokemon.
I know, but they said January we're gonna have these new things. So like, I'm just saying, like, I know we just had a bug event in April, but like, it'd be cool if they did another bug event and then gave us shiny Weedle.
No.
Yes, they'll do it. They'll do it. I'm calling it now. Shiny Weedle and one of the two, the Scolipede or the Sewaddle thing.
Pokemon Day is February 27th. There's a lot of shit that's going to happen before then. That's too far out. Too far out. I think we're going to see a lot more. I think Pokemon Day in February, we're going to see a lot. We could probably see a new pink Pokemon GO shiny because of Valentine's Day.
I hope so. And they better make Love Disc more available because, and he's shiny, right?
Yeah, yep. That's a rare ass Pokemon.
So like, what the fuck? Yeah. Fucking give us that shit.
We could probably bitch for an hour about how rare some Pokemon are, like fucking Gibble. Like I still don't have a Golett.
I still don't have a Gibble yet.
Melissa caught her first Oshawott the other day.
I did. I was very happy about my Oshawott. I was like, Oshawott.
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 All right. On that note, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will run through some housekeeping, hit up a couple bits of miscellaneous news, and then do our Heatran raid guide and battle party. Whoop, whoop. So we'll be back right after this. And we're back from our
Tell
break.
Your podcast friend. Huh?
Hey, everybody. We're back from our break. Thanks so much for that.
Hashtag listen while you play.
All right. I promised a little housekeeping. I'll get through it quick. If I could do this in one breath. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month.
$1.
That $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people.
Adam, it sure is.
And I want to give a huge shout-out to our show supporter tier patrons, Brittany, Jay, James, Matt, M. Pitts, Terry, David, Chris, Sydney, Bacon, L, The Noise, Harry, Pokey, Nabbot, Purple Pancakes, Dem Gears Be Bangin', Lady Goobly Meat, Go Ranger, Matt, The Phoenix, Baker Boy, Jolt Switch, Alex, The Illustrious Overseer, Jason, Matt from Kentucky, Paul, Justin, Val, Monica, PJ, and Trainer Dex J.
No, there's two more. You missed it.
Well, special thanks to Zoe and Michael for joining at the Discord tier this week. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for that. And a huge shout out to our executive producer, Paul Bott, for holding it down and making it happen. Now, if Patreon isn't your thing, there's still a couple other ways you could help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, hit that like thingy. And if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. It helps us a shit ton. Thanks. All right, guys, this is going to be a quick one. I do want to follow up now. This will be our second follow-up on Buddy Adventure. Now that we've had an extended period of time to do this, I've reached Ultra Buddies. Melissa was complaining to me the other day about the activities tab on your friend screen, your buddy screen. So when you're looking at your buddy and you swipe to the side and it will show you your total activities. So not just the daily activities, your hearts for the day, but the actual total activities. So the total days thing, how is this fucking calculated? Like, this can't be right, because day one of the event, Melissa put a Snorlax as her buddy. I put a Magikarp as my buddy, and we've had them as buddies every fucking day since it started. My total days is showing 10. Melissa, how many days is yours show?
Fucking 4. But
why?
It doesn't make any sense, because it showed the reason why we're even bringing this up is because on Saturday we took our kids to get a haircut, and then we drove around for a little bit to play the game, and I'm like determined on fucking getting all the hearts for one day, getting like all my buddy hearts. So I was thinking about that, and all of a sudden I look, and now I knew it had already said 10 days, and all of a sudden I look and it says 4 fucking days. 4 days. How is that fucking possible?
Guys, that's 4
How is
days,
it possible?
in case you didn't know.
It's just
It said 10 days.
It's Melissa's luck.
It said 10 days, but now it's only saying 4 days, and I don't understand how it's possible.
So I'm going to swap my buddy real quick. I'm going to swap my buddy right now in real time to my 100% Kyogre that I've been kind of, bringing in every day and just earning a couple hearts, putting them away. My total days, 2. I know for sure that I've had him out and walking around with me on more than 2 separate calendar days. So I have no idea how this is calculated. Now, the other interesting thing is it's showing my total walk together with Kyogre at 1K. And that's probably right, because I'll bring him in, I'll get the hearts, and I'll put him away. But the other stuff that's listed on the page, like give your buddy a treat, play together, these aren't your heart counts. These are, I guess, how many times you've actually done it? It's all screwed up, man. It's all screwed up. My visit a new place on my Magikarp says 109. So I don't know if that's all from the glitch of when it was giving us credit for gyms as new stops, new places.
Well, mine says 103.
Yeah, I want to know, how have you guys experienced this total activities tab? Because we're seeing some conflicts here. And what Melissa was saying, the reason we're even talking about this, she could swear that her Snorlax gave her a souvenir, right? Some earrings.
I'm telling you,
we were fighting for 20 minutes.
I'm telling you.
So we couldn't even start the podcast because Melissa was telling us all this stuff.
So wait. So the fact of the matter is, she's not ultra friends with her Snorlax. So it's not until ultra friends do they give you an actual souvenir. When you hit great friends, they'll give you gifts, the potions, all that shit. So Melissa said that the first time she got a gift, it was actually a souvenir, earrings. But it doesn't show the earrings on her Snorlax, but she swears she got them. So we were arguing for about 30 minutes on how this could have possibly been. And then it came across that her day thing was all screwy with the total days. It's like, is this been buggy for other people? Like, I have no idea. I haven't heard about this online. Anyone having trouble with that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
But Adam, you don't have any ultra buddies yet, right?
I have not, no.
Okay. So pretty much as soon as I hit Ultra Buddy with my Magikarp, the next time I opened up the game, it had a souvenir for me, snowy pine cone. And when you get your souvenir, it doesn't track them in your item screen. It tracks them on your actual buddy page. So if you were to just scroll down a little bit from where you're looking at your buddy hearts, you would see all the items that they've given you so far as souvenirs. Has anyone received any gifts from their souvenirs from their buddies that aren't showing up on the activity page? Like, I don't get it, Melissa. Like, I don't know.
I'm telling you, as soon as I hit that second heart full, I got 2 gifts right off the bat. The very first one opened, I got 2. The very first one I opened had the pearl earrings, and the second one I had 3 berries.
Melissa was ready to throw down. She was like, fuck you guys, you don't believe me.
That's what fucking happened. I don't understand why you don't fucking believe me. That's what happened.
We believe you.
That's what happened.
Picture it didn't happen.
And listen, totally on another fucking random note, I tried again to use the Pokemon Go Plus today. Do you think that shit work?
Yeah.
No.
But
It
but
did
real
not
talk,
work.
did you use the gotcha?
No, she took
Fuck you,
my
the fucking
backup
gotcha.
Go Plus that was bought on launch day, but has been unused for, however long the fucking thing has been out. It's just been like an extra one that's been in the house. This isn't the one that she used to use that would connect and not connect and all that.
That went through
This
the
was
wash machine.
No, this one's fresh. This one's still on the fucking bracelet, like fresh. And I guess it didn't work. I told you to bring the Pokeball.
My bad. I didn't. That thing's too big.
All right, one more bit of miscellaneous news. New Jersey Silpharina, this is my PvP branch of Pokemon Professor Network. We hosted our first remote draft tournament today, and it was awesome. And I've never experienced anything like this. I'm not one to have ever been in a fantasy football league or had a draft with fantasy whatever. But we did this for Pokemon Go today. Small lobby, 8 trainers, and it was amazing. It was the coolest fucking thing. We had an open format Great League tournament, no bans, and we just let everyone pick whatever the hell they wanted. It took us about 2 hours to get through it. It was so fun. If you guys are interested in playing remote tournaments, now I have this New Jersey Silpharina server, right? My goal here is to find a community of trainers. Like, let's say your community has, 8 trainers that are fucking awesome, or 4 trainers that are fucking awesome. Come over to the New Jersey Silpharina server and challenge my 4 top guys. I think this would be a cool way to have some cool remote tournaments, whether they're draft, whether they're on meta. It was amazing to have the community engaged the way they were engaged with me today doing this draft. It was just awesome. So I'm fired up about it. And I've never really done remote tournament stuff, and now this is becoming pretty consistent with what I'm doing here. So if you guys want to challenge the New Jersey Silpharina team, contact me, and we're going to set that up, throwing the fucking gauntlet down. Awesome. All right. You guys ready for a little battle party whoop whoop?
A what?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
A battle party.
Whoop whoop, battle party. Whoop whoop.
Oh, God. How are we
What?
not getting any better?
See, it doesn't matter,
Things
though,
are
because
getting
it always
worse.
sounds good.
Well, you guys just let me
Because
do
I
the first
edited it.
one, and then you guys jump in on the second.
The timings
yeah,
are
seems
always
fair.
fucked up because of the delay of the Discord call. But don't worry, man. The magic of editing will take care of all of that good stuff. This is going to be coming from G2G.media, our new friends. I fucking love their site. It's absolutely awesome. Heatran is a 49,192 CP Fire Steel type Pokemon, which means that it's weak to fighting, water, and double weak to ground. Now, whenever anything is double weak to something, you know that that's pretty much what you're going to want to fucking stick to, because it's just the shit. The stats on Heatran are not so good, and that's why you can actually duo this thing. So attack of 251, which is decent, defense of 213, and a stamina of 209. So not too impressive there. That's why you could take this thing down with just 2 people. 100% catch, 2145, 2,145 CP, and it will be boosted in sunny or snowy weather, 2681. So again, magic numbers, 2145, 2681. We're looking at G2G.media, Gaming Together Media. So what they do is they kind of take this aggregate, and you can take a look at different places of what they think about who the best counters are. I really like how they do this. So what I pretty much am leaning towards Pokebattler's counter list here. Pokemon Go Hubs was very similar, but they did have some differences. But I'm going to be pulling this now from the Pokebattler side. Groudon, Mudshot, Earthquake. Now let me see if you guys see any trends here. Groudon, Mudshot, Earthquake. Rhyperior, Mudslap, Earthquake. Garchomp, Mudshot, Earthquake. Excadrill, Mudslap, Drill Run, only because it can't learn Earthquake. Rhydon, Mudslap, Earthquake. Golurk, Mudslap, Earth Power. Pokebattler doesn't even list a non-ground attack until Kyogre, number 15 on the list.
Wow.
So, use ground Pokemon is pretty much the drum that I'm beating here. What I'm going to be bringing for my Heatran, and again, this is starting on the 7th, is 5 Groudon and my 10 CP Buddy Magikarp, so I get credit for it.
Of course.
Because otherwise I forget.
You're so fucking original, bro.
Aren't I? See?
You are.
I could have brought
You're
6 Groudon.
We appreciate your consistency, actually.
I could have brought 6 Groudon. I added flavor. Well, what are you bringing?
My battle party has flavor.
What is it?
I know,
I'm sorry,
I can't taste
you
it.
got all quiet. I wasn't sure if you guys fucking heard me or
Yeah, I
not.
can't taste it.
I'm bringing 2 Groudon and 2 Flygon. Why did you change the swamp?
Wait, what? Wait, what's the matter?
Somebody's messing with the notes again.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna bring my. I can't even say.
What's the matter?
What is it? Are you
My
trying to bring
Swampert
Swampert?
and my Quagsire.
I changed the name Swampert in the show notes. I just changed it to Swamp Ass. Well, Adam had changed Quagsire. What did you write? Quagasm?
Yeah.
So she got all mad at Adam, made him change it back to Quagsire, and then I slipped in and changed her Swampert to Swamp Ass when no one was looking. All right, so you got 2 Groudon, 2 Flygon, a Swamp Ass, and a Quagasm. That's a pretty good party.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty
Because
good party.
my swamp ass and my Quagium.
Quagium? Quagasm?
Yep. Quagasm.
sorry,
can't.
listeners.
They're
We'll
both-
get
they're
on track.
both,
You're making Adam choke.
I'm trying to be. I can't. They're both water and ground, so they're doing double duties.
Literally and figuratively. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm bringing my 100% Rhyperior, Gyarados, Vaporeon, Omastar, and Feraligatr, and my 98% Groudon.
So the
have
Groudon, the best counter of them all, is your only non-hundo.
He's the tail end. Yeah, and listen, I got 1 Kyogre and like all Groudons, and they were trash from my boxes, from my research breakthroughs.
Yeah, I mean it's like the Pokebattler list calls for Garchomp and Golurk. I only have 1 Garchomp. He's not good. I don't have a Golurk, but there are some benefits to running non-Groudon stuff. Like Rhyperior and Garchomp are going to be tankier than the Groudons. They're going to have less deaths, with those Pokemon than you would with Groudon. Excadrill's going to die fucking twice as many times as Groudon would. So there are different reasons to bring different ground type Pokemon, but if I were you guys, I wouldn't stray really from the ground attacks. Ground Pokemon with ground attacks, and do it where you can get boost, and then you're gonna fucking dominate. Let us know if you guys can duo this. If you can duo it, tag us on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Let me see your battle parties. Whoop whoop. Let us know what you're using. Are you going to just go 6 Groudon, or are you going to kind of switch it up a little bit and use some Swamp Asses? Let us know.
They're gonna go with the swamp ass for real.
It's very
All day.
convenient.
Pokemon Go Hub put Swamp Ass in the top 10, I think. So, what's cool about them is you can run stab on both and, still get stab, still be super effective with the water attack, still get stab on it, and then get your double effective plus stab on the ground, So you mix that with weather, and now you got a party.
A what? A battle party.
Whoop, whoop.
A battle party. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I think we did it. A little bit of a shorter episode today. Not bad.
Yeah,
No
but
guests.
we recorded
We're
the show.
guest
We
free
did.
for a couple weeks, guys. We're chilling on the guests.
Yeah, and I think we did good. I think people will enjoy this one because there were a lot of laughs.
There's a lot of laughs. No, it's we want to get back to our roots and reconnect with the stylings that we have of our diverse personalities, right, guys?
Yes, of
Melissa's
course.
got a pretty diverse. I guess we could call it a
My
personality.
fucking personality is stellar. I don't know what you're talking about.
And on that note, I want to be the very best.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for checking us out. We really do appreciate it. Links to everything that we talked about today will be in the podcast description. You can get our Secret League pin at the Secret League store. The link is in the description as well. Email us, info@luredup.com. Leave us a voicemail, text, or picture, 732-835-8639. Check out everything that's going on at the channel at PokemonProfessor.com, and you can get our full feed to the show at luredup.com, YouTube, and wherever podcasts hit ear holes around the world. You guys got anything else?
Bye-bye, friends.
Later, alligators.
later for alligators. Keep training, trainers. We'll see you guys next week.